Hey, welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. You saw on my Chad 76 channel, I just did a beer trade with Rob Walker, the big brother of Doug Walker, better known as the Nostalgia Critic. He sent me a whole bunch of Three Floyds, one homebrew, and this beer. This is the Screamin Pumpkin Spiced Ale. It's made by the Michigan Brewing Company out of Weberville, Michigan. It doesn't say anything else about it on the bottle. So, typical pumpkin beer appearance, that kind of burnt umber, dirty orange kind of color. Extremely hazy. I can't see through it at all. I mean, it's translucent, but not transparent. Head's decent, white, frothy. It smells like a pretty typical pumpkin ale. Definitely more of the pumpkin potpourri type, not pumpkin pie in this one. Reminds me a lot of Saranac pumpkin. Yeah, a lot of clove, cinnamon, pumpkin. Almost like a pumpkin bread, almost like a pastry or like confectionery type sweetness too. Yeah, it smells like, but not like pumpkin pie. It doesn't smell like sugary and sweet like in that way. Definitely more of the spice, but I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Anyways, let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, wow. That is nice. And it's a little bit of both. Like up front is, you kind of get all the spices, the usual cinnamon, a lot of cinnamon, I think, more than anything. A little bit, like they went pretty light on the clove, and I think there's like a little bit of nutmeg in there. And as far as I can tell, there's no cardamom in here, which is good because I am not a fan of cardamom, especially in pumpkin beers. And the second half, you get the pumpkin pie, and that kind of graham cracker crust taste you get in the Southern Tier pumpkin. Yeah, it's remarkably sweet. It's kind of like a richer, like deeper sweetness, not like a candy kind of sweetness. It tastes totally authentic to me. It doesn't taste like they're using, artificial flavors or anything like that in here. And I guess like the more that I drink now, it does taste more like a pumpkin pie type beer. But like I said, just totally authentic. It's like every time I swallow and you get that kind of pumpkin pie flavor, it's like a pumpkin pie crust / bread flavor. That nice kind of warming, like a bready maltiness. Very, very little bitterness on this. Spices are really, accounting for to offset that sweetness. Really tasty. It's like I'd probably call this like Pumpkin Junior. Really, really satisfying. Extremely smooth and drinkable. It's like the nice head on here. You're getting like a kind of a creamy, soft sensation up front. It definitely on the higher end of medium bodied. That nice kind of sweet pumpkin bread aftertaste. Although it's not cloying, it doesn't stick around at all. It sticks around for, a few seconds or whatever, but otherwise it's not drying me out and it's not, making me thirst or anything. Pretty clean finish. Yeah, that's really good. I've drank a lot of pumpkin beers this season, mostly off camera. So I've, kind of figured out what I like and what I don't like in pumpkin beers by now. And this is exactly what I like. And this is a really impressive beer because it has the aspects of both those pumpkin potpourri and the pumpkin pie type beers. I think as much as it smells more on the potpourri side, it definitely drinks more like a pumpkin pie type beer. The smoothness and that graham cracker type taste that I've only ever gotten out of Southern Tier pumpkin, right there on the end, really, really makes a difference. Makes it stand out from all the other ho-hum pumpkin beers out there. Really well balanced. Really, certainly delectable. Drinkability is outstanding. It's so smooth. Very, it's not tepid. It's definitely not tepid, but it's not so effervescent that it's, a sipper or anything. A dessert beer in and of itself, but, I could definitely see this. Would have loved to have had this a week ago and drank it with Thanksgiving. or any kind of, you know, meal like that, or with pumpkin pie. So very all around, you know, all-purpose beer. It's no pumpkin, but it's damn close. I can see why Rob likes it. Yeah, this is probably the best pumpkin beer I've had in a long time, like probably 2 years. So it's not gonna get a full 10, but I am gonna give this a very enthusiastic 9 out of 10 for the Screamin' Pumpkin Spice Ale by Michigan Brewing Company. So thanks, Rob, for the beer. I really appreciate it. He's got, so far he's I can tell he's got good taste in beer. So thanks you guys out there for watching this episode, and stick around because we got plenty more beer in the fridge. So I'll see you next time. Cheers.